play a team twice in 2 days like this, and the first one was a 28-point margin. Human nature, something you have to fight to be ready for that next one?
Yeah, I think that would be a big part of the speech tonight. No letdown. But even this is a little different, the back-to-back, and it's not much different from the Clipper game where we had the day in between and could walk over some things and work on adjustments. But the thing I think we did good in the Clipper game that we should follow through with tonight is carry over of what worked well, and slower start and ramping up in the second half and figuring out what worked well and try to have that from the start tonight.
Do you do, in any of these situations where there's no time for shoot-arounds or practices, do you do any kind of walkthrough upstairs, or is that something you would do down the road?
No, not here.
You're not trendy.
Regardless of how his offensive shooting night goes, do you feel like Jaylen most nights is playing the same strong, smart basketball regardless of if shots are going in?
At times, I think there's still been ups and downs, and that's reflective of the turnover numbers possibly. And I think decision making has grown big time from last year, and we saw that. But at times, playing in the crowd a little bit, that's caused the turnovers last night, for example. Just being stronger with the ball at times. So taking the great shots, we'll live with that. But more so, what he has done a good job of is impacting games when he isn't making shots or letting go of 2-3 bad quarters or a bad half and really coming through at the end. And so I think he's just continue to improve, but it's an up and down battle that you got to get more consistent with.
Is there one area in particular that you feel like your team has improved on most from maybe the end of last year to now?
I mean, I think we kind of jumped out of the gates defensively with a better understanding and some more versatility with what we like to do as far as matchups and schemes, because we've had it under our belt for a year. And then what I've said, not being as reliant on Fred all the time. I think other guys have grown in those areas. So obviously Jaylen's a secondary handler and Alpi out of the post and in the pocket. But even on men and some of the guys that have showed improvement there, Dylan and Tari as well. So just not being as reliant, I think we're more well-balanced than we were last year, less reliant on one thing or one person.
Start of the season, you've won now 12 of the last 15. Do you think the team comes out each night and is still hungry to continue to play well regardless of how they've played and what their record is?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's nothing that we've talked about what we're doing or standings or anything like that. Still early, and we just want to continue to be consistent. I think the main thing is we've really improved over the last 10 games from the first 5 or so, and there's no time to rest and be happy with anything. It's so early, and we know we have a long way to go still, and we can improve in a lot of areas.
Are you seeing improvement in the way of guys playing full 4 quarters, start to finish, that effort that you wanted to see?
Well, yeah, much better from the start of the year. I think the first 5 games we had played a half at a time, won some, lost some, or those 38-point quarters that we gave up, we're not doing that as much anymore. So we've been more complete lately, and I think guys are starting to see the big picture of what we can be and believing in what our goals are if you come out and play the full 48.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.